Devin McCourty, 4 games, 4 interceptions.
Don't stop me now.
What's up, everybody? We're back. Episode 4 of Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. Myself, Jason, your host of the show, with my inferior co-host here, Devin.
Dang, that was a low blow.
Yeah, I know. I guess I shouldn't have started the show off like
First day of
that.
October, you already got a hoodie on?
Yeah, it was a little chilly today.
Sheesh.
But as you guys know, you can go on iTunes or YouTube to check out this podcast. All you have to do is search.
Mama, we made it!
Don't search that. Search Double Coverage with the McCourty twins. Make sure you go on there and you subscribe. Also, in addition to that, you can find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at McCourty Twins. Before we get started, quick shout out to our partners here at Double Coverage, Boston Medical Center, and Embrace Kids Foundation. We've all partnered together to fight sickle cell disease and to tackle it. For more information on our upcoming casino night, which is October 28th at Royale in Boston, make sure you visit tacklesicklecell.org. Information, tickets, sponsorships, all of that good stuff. Go out there to check it out. Let's get right in.
I'm seeing what comes up when you type in Mama, we made it. Dang,
Not you, huh?
it's not us.
Yeah.
I was
Maybe
just saying.
we get a few more episodes going. Maybe it'll be us.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I doubt
We
it.
didn't even make it in the Urban Dictionary.
Ah.
It's a close call, though, right?
Yeah.
We had a shot.
Let's get right into it. Let's start off in our community, man. Monday night was the Harmon karaoke night over at
Went well.
the Grand in Boston, man.
But was it Harmon karaoke night or was it Boston Has Talent?
I don't know. I was surprised. I was a little intimidated when I got there. I felt confident going in. Like, I'm going to maybe give me 1 or 2 sets, get up on stage, have a good time, attempt to sing really bad. And then we got there and people started singing and it was just like, yo, these people, are these professional singers? Like,
Well,
these people can really sing.
Honestly, there were a couple professionals in the crowd.
I just feel like,
Some of Boston's finest.
I
were
feel
there.
like that's not fair though. Like, you go there to a show like a karaoke night, like we're not supposed to see that type of talent there.
I mean, did you not like really get a good vibe going though as the night started and some of the people got up there and they started singing? You know what I mean? Because here we thinking like Bentley was going to be like the only real singer in there. But then, you know, people come up and, I mean, we weren't singing like your nursery school, like rhymes and just sounding like people were, as they say growing up, people were singing.
Could you
Singing.
who do you think was the best performer, non-Patriot player that was there? Could you pick one?
It was probably Stephanie. She crushed it.
Yeah,
She crushed it.
pretty good.
Here I am thinking she's a stylist, you know, has helped us over at Nine Tailors, put together the collection with Nine Tailors. You should check that out, ninetailors.com. Check out our McCourty Twins collection. But I'm thinking that's all she does.
Suit collection and all that, yeah.
She comes on stage
Killed it.
and crushes it.
Crushed it. Performed.
Then
and
comes
all.
over and says, hi, I said, I don't want to talk to you. Like, you just killed my whole karaoke night.
Hidden talents.
Killed my whole, and who was the other unsung hero tonight?
Somebody sang Alicia Keys, which was really good.
She did.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my surprise of the night, Phil Dorsett.
Phil Dorsett.
Phil banged out.
What do they call him, a ringer?
Filled out about 3 or 4 songs, man. Phil was in there singing. They didn't even have the words up, and Phil just knew. And like, you know, everybody, you know songs, you know the words, but when you can stand there and just go word for word, you got a little bit of performer in you. You've done this before.
And what did Phil say when we were first standing there watching?
I may get me one
song.
in.
I got one song.
Second song came up. I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. But hey, that's it, J Mac. I ain't doing no more after that. I did come in with 3 songs prepared, though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it the third. He was up there all night, but he crushed it. And I mean, as we all expected, Bentley, I mean, hit us with a little bit of John Legend.
The man, when somebody just like the female that pulled out the Alicia Keys, if you pull out Alicia Keys or John Legend, like you came ready.
The 2019 Ruben Studdard, Jawan Bentley.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, even though I did say it before, but Jay said it on there, so Bentley gonna be your problem. I ain't say it, Bent. You think Bent watches our show?
I hope so.
We're going to get him on here, though.
Yeah, if not, we're going to have some issues.
We're going to get him on here and give you a quick note, and then we'll make it a quick 30-second clip.
Me and Dev got on. What would you rate our performance? I felt like I forgot some of the words.
If I'm honest, 4 out of 10. Great stage presence, great energy. The rapping was very below average.
Below, yeah, I would go. I guess I would agree.
But
with
for
that.
the night, we brought great entertainment. Like people loved as soon as we got on stage. So
It was a great turnout.
what
Though.
it's
A
about.
lot of
It was
people there
packed.
for his first event, raised a lot of money.
Packed.
And if you guys that don't know, DURON Harmon had his karaoke night last night, which benefits autism. His nephew is autistic, and so it's a cause that's near and dear to his heart. And this is the first year he was able to put this event together, and it turned out really well. We got on stage.
And he did it right. Had his whole family there.
Whole family there.
Mama
Moms,
Harmon, pops,
sisters,
and
everybody.
everybody
So,
in there.
we got on stage, were able to take part in the live auction. I really enjoy that, man. If you've been to any of our events, we host a live auction. We try to do the best we can, bring a ton of energy. We had
We gotta Google see how much these men and women make doing this.
yeah, I mean,
what are
we're in double digits, so
what are we
maybe
doing? Like-
maybe time to tap out soon. So you gotta have a plan for after football.
like why
so.
not stay right in the middle of Boston? Or when you have to stay up here, come into Boston, hit let's say 2-3 live auctions a month. I'm down.
We'll see.
We sent one of the live package deals for $19,000.
Super Bowl experience.
$19,000.
I felt like I helped get that over the top.
You did. I mean, it was a team effort, but I see you threw yourself out there first to try to get some. You know what I mean? I thought it was.
I just
team
had a
effort
relatable story
between me, you, and Do. I thought we did a great job.
Did a good job. Brought a ton of energy, man.
Yeah, I mean, don't jump out there and try to be the star of the show.
Speaking of energy,
Sheesh.
on the road, New Era Field, energy was through the roof. I mean, just pulling up to the stadium. I mean, so for you guys that don't know, when we're on the road, we always obviously stay at a hotel Saturday night. 1 o'clock games. You wake up, you eat breakfast, and you're on your way to the game. There's about probably a total of five buses that all go 2 separate times that
About
we go
15 minutes to get there.
Yeah, two separate times that you can leave. There's an early bus and a later bus.
Drop the facts.
We're on the later bus, and for you guys that don't know,
we're on the early bus.
Early bus. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
we're on the early bus. So we're rolling into the stadium at this time. Early bus left at 9:30, so it's probably close to 9:45, almost 10 o'clock as we're getting situated into the stadium, and it's kind of like a ride through town in Orchard Park, where New Era Field is, and as we're going through there, you see all the cars parked on people's lawns. You start to see what they call the Bills Mafia and all the tailgating. And
you know you're close then.
You know you're close. And you can sense it because the further you're out, you may only get 1 or 2 middle fingers. And the closer you get, it's just a line of middle fingers as you're going into the stadium. And
got a little old WWF, little highlight. We got it all.
Everything. So we're rolling in, and a lot of people give the finger to the bus, and you don't think nothing of it. But as we're getting closer, now you're going through the lots, and these people out there tailgate. And there was a guy that you can see through our bus.
Yeah, so
he made eye contact with us, and he specifically pointed to Kyle Van Noy, like eye contact, point before he decided to give him the finger. And I mean, we're dying on the bus, like looks through, finds this light-skinned guy, and specifically gives him the finger.
Terrence Brooks probably got the best footage.
But that's when we're leaving the game. We're not talking about.
No, I'm just saying. Even coming into the game, T. Brooks is on our bus. He was recording it.
Oh, for real?
You probably didn't see it.
I missed it.
He was locked in recording everybody as we was pulling into the stadium.
So as we got off the bus, KV says to me, "Yo, if I make a play, I'm just gonna start pointing at you, and we're gonna know exactly what we're talking about." He was like, "I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish the gesture because I'm not trying to have a fine come Monday." So KV went out there. I don't know if that ignited him, but he went out there and had one hell of a game.
Yeah, he balled
on Sunday. Sack fumbles,
2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles.
I mean, he was out there playing like a man possessed. So
what do they say? He's playing like his hair was on fire. Never fully understood that, but.
Yeah, his hairdo is a
good
little
thing.
weak, so it could be on fire. But Devin McCourty, 4 games, 4 interceptions.
Don't stop me now.
Man, the ball just keeps it.
The ball keeps finding me.
Man, quarterbacks.
Hey, man, but for years, the ball didn't find me.
It happens. It happens.
Leave it to my wife. She pulled out the stat late night, Sunday night. She was like, "Dan, did you see this? They said you only had 4 interceptions from 2015 to 2018, and now you have 4 this season." I was like, appreciate it.
Better late than never.
Appreciate it.
But you went up and got that one. That was a very nice catch. I was impressed. You let what's his name? 73 Dawkins, right?
Yeah.
You let him take the ball from you though.
He said he wanted to put it on his trophy case. So I said, keep it, man.
Found out we were
I didn't fully understand. Put the ball over his head, celebrated, going back to his sideline.
Well, he said we were gonna find out about our defense. Found out we were okay.
Yeah, we met.
We weren't bad.
It was a good meeting. First impressions went well.
The one thing I love about playing this game, though, is you get a chance to celebrate teammates. And you talk about,
Ultimate team game football.
you know, and to be out there Sunday and see Slate be able to score his first professional touchdown. Like, you talk about celebrating teammates. I mean, everybody on our sideline was just ignited to see him get in the end zone. I was talking to him about it Monday, and he said he scored, and it was his senior year, and he scored a touchdown for the first time while he was in college. Now all the way in year 12 it is. Obviously, we're not counting 12 as a senior year, but it took him 12 years, scores his first touchdown. That one was in September as well while he was at UCLA.
It was like a couple,
And this one's in September as well. Same exact celebration in the end zone, giving praise to the man up top.
But it was awesome to see him score, and then as we're on the sideline, we're jumping like Slate just scored, and then I'm like, JC blocked the punt.
Yeah.
So you talking about two guys came in the hard way. Slate, late round draft pick, receiver, but truly a special teams player. And if you ever ask him about his rookie year, he always will tell you he doesn't understand why he didn't get cut, because he was that bad his rookie year. And then a guy like J.C. Jackson, undrafted,
Gerald,
and just continue to make plays every time he's out
there.
Two
interceptions and a blocked punt.
Let me tell you about the second interception, though. So Josh Allen scrambling to our left, his right, and as he's scrambling, I see Knox running, and I'm like, oh, this is the guy he's going to go to. So I start running towards Knox, Pat's chasing Knox, and I see the ball. I'm like, oh, he just threw it out. So as I see the ball, I start drifting onto the sideline. So next thing I know, I'm like 4 yards on Buffalo's sideline, and I look, and JC is so high in the air, and I'm like, oh, excuse my language, y'all see how high he is? And then I kind of realized, like, man, I'm in enemy territory. But
they may not be as excited about.
But it was a great play, man. Super athlete to be young again.
Without a doubt.
What we got? What's next?
You win a game like that on the road in a division. Favorite part about walking out of that stadium victorious?
No doubt. Walked out of second half. Me and T. Brooks walking out. Guy finds me. Helmet's off. He finds me. He points to me, similar to KV. McCourty, you ugly piece of bleep. Whoa. So I smile at him. So this is as we're walking out the tunnel. So what do you think I do at the game? At the end of the game?
Find him.
Found him. All I told Buddy was have a good trip home. Have a nice drive home. Be safe. Cursed me out. Told me to come in the stands. What's up with the violence? Came here to play football.
Bus ride out. I thought the fingers were bad on the way in. Bus ride out.
Top 5 bus rides leaving stadium of all time?
We got the finger on the way out.
Expected.
Somebody mooned us. I think y'all missed that.
Sort of.
No, that was somebody else.
No, kind of sort of expected, I'm saying.
Somebody mooned us. But the like final straw was like
the icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake, get me out of here. Was the man who decided to take his
private area
and expose them to us on our way out. I'm just like, it's just a football game, people. Y'all got another one next week.
The funny thing is, if you take 2 footballs, that's what we'll call it, 2 balls. And like I said, T. Brooks is filming everything. We got a group of people on the bus like, where? Let me see what. And I'm like, fellas, we realize, let's move on, man.
Move on.
The guy pulled out his private parts. Let's move on.
And moving on fashion, thoughts on the hit from Jay Jones on Josh Allen?
I spoke about it after the game. You know, obviously a tough play because someone got hurt. Someone went down. So, nobody wants to see that, you know. But from a football standpoint of when you're playing this game, full speed, everything's moving fast. We got a guy, 240-pound quarterback, low on his shoulder, trying to get a first down. DURON's trying to wrap him up, get him down before the sticks. And Jay Jones is trying to make sure he doesn't get it and comes in and head to the side, try to get his head across the body, wrap up a guy. Guy's leaning forward with his head forward. It's hard to avoid any helmet contact. But I thought it was a clean hit. You know, when you watch it in the film room, I thought he did everything that you kind of would coach a kid to do, moving up from Pop Warner all the way up to the pros.
Yeah, and I think that's the tough thing, you know, rapid reaction after games and when guys get hurt, it's just like, oh my goodness, dirty play.
Very emotional.
And it's like once you sit down and you review the play, and that's one of the things when I got home I was talking to my wife about it, and she was like, oh, well, he was already about to be tackled, he was going down, and I'm just like, whoa. I think you're forgetting the element of this game is that it's physical. It's a violent sport that we all sign up to play. And at the end of the day, when you take the field, you want to make plays. And like you just said, Josh Allen is a competitor. I mean, you watch the
he
way
makes
he
a lot of
plays.
plays.
He plays 100% on every play, and he's going to make that first down. And yeah, dude's on him, but the guy's 6'5". He'll stretch out. He's going to do whatever he can, and it's up to us as a defense to try to do everything we can to stop them. And on that play, Jay Jones I mean, he's clear as day to be able to come in and try to finish that tackle. And he tries to get his head out. He tries to use his shoulder. And, yeah, there's some helmet-to-helmet contact because some of that is inevitable in our game. You try your hardest to get your helmet out of it. You don't duck your head. You don't go directly into a guy. But sometimes there is going to be helmet-to-helmet contact, and it happens. Definitely hope that Josh Allen's okay and that, you know, he'll be okay and be back on the field for Buffalo soon. But it's one of those things that you hate to see happen. But it's one of those things as a teammate you're proud because you know the guy that you line up next to and you know he's not a dirty player. He wouldn't go in there with the intentions to hurt somebody or hit somebody with the crown of his helmet. He's going in there to make a safe football play, not only for Josh Allen, but a safe football play for himself so that he doesn't end up injured on the play. And that's the way we're coached to do it, man. Moving forward, and unless something changes, that's the way we're going to go out and play football and try not to injure our guys, but go out there and play a physical brand of football. So,
last topic on Buffalo. How do you do it? The people want to know. How you keep breaking up passes in the end zone?
Man.
What's happening? Like, do you have like a radar? Like, are you Spider-Man? You got like Spidey senses?
I'm just doing my job, man.
Yeah, we get all that.
But I don't know.
How does this end up? Why you? Or is it just because you're in the wrong position and you got good makeup? Like,
nah, some of it is I'm old, and I think the older you are, the more experience you get, and the more experience you have, the higher your instincts, I guess, increase. And the second one against Zay Jones was just man-to-man coverage. Was able to make a play coming back to the ball. But the first one against T.J. Yeldon was a double pass they did. It was actually a good play and was kind of coming on a corner.
Real good play against the defense.
Yeah, coming on a corner blitz, and something just didn't feel right. Maybe I do got Spidey senses. My son's favorite character is Miles Morales from the Spider-Man universe joint. So maybe I picked up a thing or two.
He's not an original Peter Parker guy?
Nah, he's not. He likes Miles Morales. But was able to just turn around and be able to get a hand in there at the last second. But KV messed up my pass breakup because he decided to hit the quarterback for no reason. So I got on him for that because I didn't scoop up a fumble he caused. But
so y'all were even.
Yeah, we're even. We're still friends moving forward. But coming up, we're out of the division. We're out of the conference. I'm sorry. We're out of the conference this week. Heading to the DMV area to face off against the Washington Redskins. A team,
as Bill would say, a team we don't know very well.
Don't know, and that's a challenge in itself. When you go against a team, what has to change for you this week of preparation as you get ready? Like you get to play Buffalo this past week. You've seen Josh Allen, you've seen the receivers, you've seen a lot of their guys. Now you're going up against a different opponent. You don't know who the quarterback possibly could be. Case Keenum, Colt McCoy, Dwayne Haskins. But even beyond that, you haven't played a lot probably against a Vernon Davis, a Adrian Peterson, guys like that, Richardson on the outside.
Let me answer the question.
What does it take in preparation?
I just think, sometimes, like you just said, experience. Like I've played Vernon Davis in different areas, different teams he's been on, playing Adrian Peterson 2 years ago now. But I think it forces you to really get involved in watching the film, not just kind of going through the motions, but actually, being engaged and watching the film, working with the coaches that not only understand the personnel, but understand like Gruden, what's his philosophies, what do they like to do as a team from an offense, defensive standpoint. I think we lean heavily on our coaches when we don't know teams well because of their experience and how much film they watch. But it'll be a good week to really, I think, hone in on our skills to try to out-prepare a team. But like you just said, it's really tough when you don't fully know who the quarterback's going to be sometimes.
For sure. Now, back-to-back road games now. Do you prefer to play at home, on the road?
I like playing at home.
Yeah.
Definitely pros about being on the road.
Is it a challenge playing back-to-back road games, or does it matter?
No, I don't think it matters. But after back-to-back road, it feels good to be back home. I think our fans have awesome energy when you miss it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. You want to make sure your home team knows that you welcome them back with open arms.
For me, there's something about road games, though. Home games, you got the distraction of when families in town, ticket requests,
Kids.
kids, wives, all of that type stuff. And then I think when you go on the road, it allows you a special opportunity to not only bond with your teammates. Our Saturday nights in the hotel, we're sitting in our little dining area, and we're sitting down there for at least an hour once everything's done, and just sitting down talking, you know. And I think it gives you that sense when you walk into those stadiums when you're on the road. It's the 53 guys on the active roster and however many coaches, trainers, equipment, whatever other
Doctors,
staff
yeah.
is with you. That's it.
That's all you
And
got.
everybody there hates you. They want you to lose. They're booing you. So there's something about that feeling of what goes on those road games. And there's something about winning on the road when you're sitting down there on the sideline and you just look up and you
And it
just
starts
see
to empty out.
you see the stands clear out. There's something about that that's just special. And I enjoy road games for that facet.
And that's
of
what
it.
I said going into Buffalo. It builds character going there and playing, and now to go against an NFC team to try to go in there. And I think it's one of those things not talked about a lot in the NFL, but I think teams do have interconference, interdivision pride of when you do play other teams. You just see how you stack up, and like this year, we're going against a tough NFC East and starting with Washington.
For sure, for sure. Going a little bit around the league, man. Garner Minshew. The hype, real? You buying in?
It's got to be real. One reason why I'm buying in is because last week he went against a really good, not the,
The Thursday night game?
yes, I didn't get to see this game against Denver. But the week before, going against a really good Tennessee defense. And I mean, he just was
Making
out
his
there.
reads, making the throws.
To
And
me,
then
what was so impressive was the accuracy. He
Yeah.
made a lot of tough throws.
watching him late in it, but just seeing that last drive in the Denver game, I mean,
The man's got poise now. That's one
does.
thing you don't got to worry about.
he's got poise, he's got style, he's got the facial hair right. So I mean, he's ready. He's ready to blow up.
Yeah, he's definitely got the style. And you gotta admire a guy who comes out there with his own style, man.
Vontaz deserved full year, rest of the season suspension.
So this
we
was
got?
a nice debate. I felt like just with between the guys of was it too much? Was it? And I was a guy at first was like, I get it. Multiple offend. He's done it multiple times. They're trying to send a message, and then I was starting to think, and I'm like, nah, I don't know. Like 12 games, that's a lot. So I'm more in the 8 to 10 range. I think maybe he appeals. They hear his appeal, and they decide to reduce it to 8 to 10 games, and they go from there. But I don't know. I think 12 games is a lot for a guy to get suspended for, even though he's wrong. The hit wasn't what's name. It's not a hit you want to see in the game, but I just felt like 8 to 10 games would have been enough for him to be suspended right there. But definitely a tough situation for him to me because he's just so much. Whether it's suspensions, fines, when you just add everything up, to lose out on that money and the opportunity to play the game is tough.
Yeah, for sure. And like you just said, man, the posture, crown of his head is strictly going down. It just looks really bad. The contact didn't end up to be very forceful on the play, and that may be one of the reasons that we possibly see when he appeals that maybe it'll get reduced from because I mean we still got a lot of games left, man. Like you just said, that's a lot of salary.
And I think he's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, that's a lot of salary.
That could be the end of your career sometimes.
You're right, because not only salary, but that's a lot of game film.
Yeah.
Not to be able to be a part of. So hopefully that hopefully gets reduced a little bit, and he's able to learn because he's a hard hitter. He plays the game tough, but you got to adjust your game at this point, So
Yeah, and like we said, some of the stuff is avoidable, and I think that's the thing that sticks out when you watch some of those plays. It's avoidable. Jack Doyle's getting up. Like, you can hit him a different way. And I think maybe this will make him start to see those things. But I remember playing with a guy like Brandon Spikes. Like, he was a hitter. And that was a part of his game that made him an NFL player, made him a good NFL player, was how hard he hit and the way he played the game. So, for some players, like, that's hard to try to adjust and play a different style when that's not really, your style and not what got you here.
that's very true. That's very true. And styles of play, Rutgers, I guess, is going to have to change up some of their styles of play. Just ended up firing head coach Chris Ash and offensive coordinator John McNulty, who we actually played for while we were at Rutgers. What's next for the program? Was there something you'd like to see with the program?
Come on, man. You know the people are talking. Everybody wants Shiano back.
Is he back? Is he coming back? Have you talked to GS?
I haven't.
No
But
inside scoop. No breaking news.
But they do have, the interim coach Nunzio, Bergen Catholic guy. So, you come from that North Jersey staple of just great football between obviously St. Joe's being 1, Bergen and Bosco 2 and 3, however you want to stack it up. But having that pedigree, I think is a good start because we always say if you can just put a little fence around all the New Jersey talent and tell Michigan and Penn State and all the big schools and Big Ten schools to get out. This is our backyard. We want it. If you can do that, you'll have a great team. So I'm excited to see, I personally thought Chris Ash was a really good dude. Got a chance to meet him and talk to him a bunch of times. But in this business,
results.
We know everything matters about results. And same thing in our profession and the professionals. And college is no different as far as it goes to going out there and winning games and performing. So, I think the thing is he's done well before. That's how he earned the job at Rutgers. So you hopefully see him bounce back and be coaching somewhere else.
Yeah, he definitely will be. Man, so I'm on social media today, and I see this Shaquille O'Neal and Dame Lillard rap battle.
Dame Dollar. When you refer to him as far as rapping, as Dame Dollar.
So what do we refer to Shaq as far as rapping?
You call him the big Aristotle, Shaq Diesel. He got a bunch of nicknames.
Okay. Shaq's joint was good too. Like,
he had to turn the bump box down a little bit.
It was a little,
yeah. Man, we gotta get our bump box on the set too. We gotta get our bump box on the set
next week. Who you going with? Dame, Shaq?
Dame crushed that.
Man.
But Dame really does. Dame can really go.
All the money in the world when they still got rid of you for a penny.
That was your favorite line, huh?
I'm a Penny Hardaway
J-Mac, big Penny fan. One thing that made J-Mac's day, not to get off topic too much, was he posted, what'd you post?
When I was down
to the Hall
we
went to the Hall of Fame. We went to
Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we were in Springfield, Massachusetts. Shout out Springfield. Jay stopped by the Hall of Fame, took a picture of Penny, posted on Instagram. Penny responded, probably somebody from Penny's team, head coach of Memphis. Him and his wife were so excited.
She's a Penny Hardaway fan too.
They're ready to go in the off season to see if Penny can hook them up with tickets.
We're going to check out a Memphis game.
Desperate much? Are you gonna buy your own tickets?
Yeah. What else would I do?
You gonna try to go highlight the team?
No,
they got the #1 player in the country, 7-foot guy, and they got another guy I think that's like top 8 or 10 in the country.
I don't care. I just want to go watch a good basketball team.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a fan of the man, root for his team.
Yeah,
don't be a fraud.
I'm not into college recruiting.
Don't be a fraud, man.
Yeah, but Dame, the guy may have a career in rap.
Well, he dropped an album. It's on
Shaq.
It's on Tidal. Yeah.
Platinum. You heard him in the diss.
Much respect to both of them. And like he said, Shaq has rapped with a lot of legends. A lot of legends have stepped out, and Shaq can go.
For sure.
But I'm sure a lot feel Dame Dollar can go too. Like he didn't hold any punches. He went out there and he let it rip.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely let it rip.
What we got?
But I wonder what happens next. And I love that he did it, dropped it, and Dame's like, all right, man, I go to practice. Hey, training camp just started. I'm not here to play. I can still focus on what I got to focus on, basketball. And I think that's the coolest part. Obviously, Portland didn't win the final, but they advanced to the Western Conference Finals this year. The guy's play hasn't changed. He hit game winner against OKC to move on and advance. But he's dropping heat. I tell people all the time, athletes don't have to only do one thing. Multi-talented, can do a bunch of things. So it's always awesome to see guys show their talents.
No doubt about it. What you got coming up next? You got
this was a topic that I was actually talking to Jay about. So Amber Geiger was found guilty for killing Boham Jean. A very interesting story. So she's an ex-cop in Dallas. And coming home one night, she says she walked in the wrong apartment, thought it was her apartment, and confused the young man as an intruder. And because she thought he was an intruder, drew her weapon and killed him. So she was found guilty. She was first charged with just manslaughter, and a protest broke out. So many people protested, so they upgraded the charges, was found guilty today. You get some justice, which I think is awesome. But the hard truth is it won't bring the young man back. The man's family, they still have to live with that. Still a very tough situation. So I was actually reading an article today, and that's what it spoke about. How, it was great to see, with so many different things that have happened in our country, to see some justice being served. But it was the realization of, like, this isn't like good or cool. Like, a young man still lost his life, which I think everyone in the situation would definitely wish you could get that time back to fix the whole situation, not just see someone brought to justice.
Yeah, just a very bizarre thing. I mean, she she goes on the wrong floor of her apartment building, and thinks that she's entering her apartment, but in turn is entering her exact apartment on a different floor.
Yeah.
And young man, I think was 26. I want to say it said an accountant was just sitting down eating ice cream. And in her mind, she's defending herself, and he's obviously defending himself. And like you said, lost his life. And a lot of these cases, you don't often see police officers getting convicted and being found guilty of murder in situations like this. And I believe she was in uniform but off duty at the time. So, like you said, just a very, very sad situation to see something like this happen. And I know for the family of Mr. Jean, you feel like justice is served and you want to see something done. And for Geiger, you feel bad for her family and everything that's occurred. And that's just another example. In split seconds, the decisions we make and all of that, there's consequences, and just a tough situation that took place in Dallas.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Brandon Marshall calls out world champ.
I
He
mean,
got a shot or no?
I'm trying to figure out where it came from. I mean,
not a small guy now.
I know, but I mean, Joshua Wilder, like, this is what they do for a living. That's just like, he'd find
Maybe that's what B. Marshall's doing right now, though.
That's a very good point. But if there was some guy just sitting around talking about send me out there on a Sunday, I can go cover Brandon Marshall while he was in his prime, you'd be like, no way. He'd go out there and go against these guys, one hit.
Would you be surprised by some people? Maybe they could go do that.
If he does, I give him a lot of credit. But I don't know.
Would you step in the ring with, maybe it's a featherweight, someone smaller than you. Would you step in the ring with him?
I don't care what weight class he is. If his Instagram bio says professional boxer, I'm not getting in the ring. No shot. No shot.
What if they pay you to last 45 seconds?
You remember
You fast, right?
You watch Martin, right? You remember when Martin did the community boxing joint, talked all that trash.
Tommy Hearns
Got lumped up. I ain't going out there. Pay me community service, whatever it is, I ain't going out there. No
what
shot.
if it's for charity? Great cause. Gotta go now.
Nah, not unless me and this boxer having a sit-down conversation. We discussing, hey, no hits to the face. If your punching power, if your punching powers in 95.
Was you born in the 80s or 90s?
If your punching powers in 95.
Sound like you born in the 90s right now.
45.
You sound like you born in the 90s.
You going out there?
Yeah, I'm going out there.
We can try to set this up.
I'm going out there.
Get beat up.
But I need practice first, so we got to do it in the off season. Let me train month and a half. But like I said, 45 seconds. I'm fast.
That's all you need, month and a half.
I'm fast and I can shake.
Now, the other day, somebody in group chat sent this video. So it's this a man and a woman sitting down having a meal, and he says, man, this is one of the best dates I've been on. And whoa, she was just like, date? Like, nah, I just got out of a long-term relationship. I thought you knew that I'm not really looking to jump right back in one. Like, I'm just kind of looking for a friend. And he was just like, cool, okay, cool. We could be friends. No big deal. So then they fast forward, and the waiter comes and he hands the bill. And, Buddy goes off. And
for about a full minute.
And basically makes it clear that I got dressed up. She got dressed up. She shows up.
She look good. I look good.
I'm thinking we're going on a date. And I'm thinking it's going great. We're having a good time. He said she's laughing at all my jokes.
He said he pulled out his top jokes, too.
Wouldn't have wasted them on a friend. So he said, but now the bill come. You think I'm going to pay for the bill? He asked the waiter, when you go, I'm going to ask you. When you go out with your friends, Do you pay for all your friends?
Sometimes that happens. My friends cheat.
When you were in college, you went out with your
Nah,
friends.
no shot.
Okay. Everybody pay for themselves. So that's my question. You're married now, but back in the day, before you were married,
So you're saying back when I was a young Thundercat? Let me put my leg up like this,
You get-
so they know exactly.
you
what we're
get
talking
you
about.
get friend zoned by a female, and y'all are out because you're the guy. Are you still supposed to pay?
No, not at all. Chivalry, courting a woman, those are all great things. People say it's gone, but that's a part of it. When you want to date a woman romantically, you want to get to know her. You want to know
So
her.
you should pay.
No, if we're not doing that, you shouldn't pay. For what? Why would he pay?
So if he's trying to court her, he's trying to date her, then.
Pay. Definitely. Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. Do all those things.
But as soon as she put him in that friend zone,
Because, I mean, other than that, we
now
just
you're just two homies out
we're
having
just
a
hanging
meal.
out. Because if you do pay, she's just taking advantage of you now. She just want a free meal. I'm not up for free meals.
Yeah, I told my wife she's guilty of that. I
Yeah.
feel like in her past she had people.
I'm going
friends.
9. I'm going
like,
90.
I think he may like you a little bit more than you like him, but
I'm
you
going-
thought it was okay.
I'm going 80% of all women have done that. 80%. I'm going high percentage.
Damn. I don't know though. I mean, I would say you don't have to, but I would say there's nothing wrong with doing it either though.
To pay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying, I mean, that's up to you. But then, I mean, that friend gonna want to go out to eat with you a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, are you wasting your time with that friend when you should be courting another young woman?
Solid point.
A man who finds a wife finds something good.
Solid point. Solid
I'm just
point.
saying.
Solid point.
Can't be for one, you can't be wasting all your time. It's most important. Time. Can't get that back. Can't be wasting your funds, your hard work and money. I'm just saying. Look at you. You out here, you hitting people, getting banged up. You want to waste your money on that? You might as well waste your money courting. Get to know you. Like Phil Dorsett said yesterday. Come and talk to me.
Oh, he ain't saying it like that though.
I mean, it sounded better than me, but I can't.
A lot better.
I should have recorded that, and then I could have dropped it right now. Played it and then just mouthed it. You would have thought it was me.
No, we're not lip singers here. We're honest people.
Tell them how you blew it today.
What?
How you blew it. The show.
I don't know what you talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. Did you make a mistake today?
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Go into it.
No, you said no, so I'll leave it alone. Oh, you're supposed to be honest. You just said we're honest. What we got next? Who lost the weekend?
I don't got nobody. Who lost the weekend?
You were Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq lost the weekend.
Can't call out Dame Dollar. I mean, Dame was asked before who was a better rapper, and I don't think he meant any malice when he chose himself. He just felt like, he was a better rapper than Shaq. And I mean,
Wasn't that old too?
old. And out of nowhere, you make a diss track, and now next thing you know, Dame comes back, and like somebody said, he got ethered. He got killed on the track.
Who won the weekend? Who won the weekend and won More Than an Athlete, brought to you by Nationwide? It's without a doubt. DURON Harmon karaoke night. I don't know exactly how much money he raised. We'll get the totals probably sometime next week. But great turnout. Got his teammate. Anytime you get your teammates there to sing, you can't beat that. Got the guys that perform. So awesome event. Like we spoke about earlier, for autism. Raised a lot of money. Some families will really benefit from this. So shout out to DURON Harmon. That was a great job going out there and being a difference maker in the community.
In addition to that, we had Lonnie Johnson of the Houston Texans, hometown of Indiana, Gary, Indiana. He volunteered to pay for a funeral service of a 14-year-old who tragically drowned in his hometown. And he said he was humbled and honored to be chosen this week's NFLPA Community MVP. And he said, growing up in Gary, Indiana, I saw multiple friends die young due to gun violence. When I heard the news that a teen from Gary had passed away in a terrible accident, I felt motivated to help. Now, this young man is just a rookie in his first season in Houston, and took the opportunity to go back home and give back. So He was the NFLPA's community MVP this weekend. I think he definitely deserved a shout out for doing that. Just to be a young rookie in this league with so much going on in the middle of a season, trying to figure out where you stand, playing well and consistent from week in to week out, to be able to give back and do things within your community and realize that early on in your career says something about him and is very special.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, just want to say we were supposed to have E-Rob on the show today, but we blew it today. We didn't give him the right time, a typo in that, so we missed out on him. So for people watching, we got the open seat on the camera, and it looks foolish that we don't have him here.
He said Jay did that. Jay sent a text. He forgot to put the time.
Okay. We forgot. We would have slid Dev over, but we didn't have that. So you got to check us out next week. We're going to have to re-invite E-Rob. We blew it. We got
save
questions lined up for him, but we'll get back to him.
I wrote all the questions down, so they'll be here for next week.
For sure. But as you guys know, iTunes, YouTube, all you have to do is go on, search Double Coverage with the McCourty Twins. You'll see us there.
Or you can search, Mama, we made it. You won't find us, but you'll find some good stuff.
Yeah, you won't find us at all. Make sure you hit subscribe. And thank you to our partners again at Boston Medical Center and Embrace Kids Foundation. See you guys next week.
And log on to TackleSickleCell.org. Start to get your tickets for the casino night, October 28th.
You're going to have a good time.